As far as the origin of this breed is concerned, nobody is absolutely sure, except they're probably a North American breed that has their origins in the Basque Country of Spain. And they've got the name Australian Shepherd by accident, probably because they came with shepherds who used them to herd Australian sheep. Sheep brought on boats to North America, and they were herding dogs, and so they got the name Australian Shepherds. And there was an attempt to change the name but to American Shepherd or North American Shepherd, but that failed, and they're Australian Shepherds despite the fact that they're not an Australian breed. Although they're now Australian Shepherds in Australia, only within the last few years. It's very easy to train them. They're highly motivated, like all working dogs, because they have a purpose in life, and so you can key into their strong working instinct to get them to work. All you're doing is changing the rules of the game a little bit. So these might be considered a family dog as long as the family recognizes that these are high-energy dogs, and they need a lot of exercise. They need training. All these herding dogs need a job, and they're not going to be content to lie around in front of the fireplace and sleep. They need something to do. So they need exercise. They need to do herding. They need to do agility or obedience or some sort of outdoor activity that's going to be an outlet for their energies and their talents. We bathe them periodically. We don't have to do any clipping. My wife does a little clipping of the paws to get rid of some of the excess fur between the toes, but they don't need extensive grooming, but they need to be combed out, and mine is small, so she's not as much as a shedder as the bigger dogs. They live a long time. They tend to be long-lived dogs. 14 to 17 years is not uncommon. I have a friend who has one that uses one, or it's now dead, but it was worked on a dairy farm, and it was moving the bull into the barn when the dog was 17 years old. Because they are working dogs, that means they're relatively free from health problems. But now they're becoming more popular, and they're in the show ring, and so I can't say that will hold forever. But they're tough. They're tough dogs. I got my dog because the first family was unsuitable. It was a family with 3 children, and wife worked, and the husband was an intern working long hours, and they had a dog that was very smart and needed a lot of attention and didn't get it, and so got into a lot of trouble. So a lot of these dogs end up on the rescue market because people are attracted to them because of their unusual colors, and because they are lively and they're friendly dogs. And so, but then people get more than they bargain for.